Hello and welcome to the Costless Tiny YouTube channel where I'm going to be giving you guys my week 2 predictions. So, should be an interesting one. There's a lot of games here that I really like. Good close matchups and honestly some calls that I am still on the fence about, so we might change it on the spot. But let's start off with Thursday night football. Um, Man, hopefully I can watch this in town if I feel better. Buffalo versus Miami. I'm gonna go for the home team here. It's gonna be really close. I did not like how Miami played last game. Thought they were gonna score more points. Thought they were gonna be better. But I'm gonna go with Miami because Buffalo still. I don't like their. They don't have any offensive weapons besides their quarterback, and yeah, that's all I have to say. So I'm gonna go for Miami. Lock it in. New York Jets travels to Tennessee to face the Titans. I'm gonna go with the Titans here. I was high on the Jets last week. I knew going into the season they were gonna start off real slow. Should have stayed with that and picked the Niners. Didn't. Tried to pick an upset there, trying to force it honestly, but I'm not gonna do that this time. Tennessee's gonna win this game. Yeah, just the Jets. Tennessee's a hard place to play in, as well. And yeah, the Jets, they're going to start off 0-2. I think they can still get better as the season goes on, but yeah, I predicted a slow start. I'm going to stay with that prediction. 0-2 for the Jets. It was my pick. Tennessee, you can lock it in there. Cleveland going to Jacksonville. Jacksonville wins that home team. Deshaun Watson's cheeks. Yeah, the Cleveland looked. Come on, man. That's just people are saying when you people say that Deshaun Watson's contract is just as bad as Daniel Jones. That's all I need to know. Then we have the Las Vegas Raiders. So I'm going with Jacksonville on for that game. The Las Vegas Raiders against Baltimore. I'm gonna go with Baltimore there. Not really a bit stressful pick on that. Baltimore lock. That's a definite lock there. They played well against the Chiefs. Very unlucky to not force overtime there, or they were trying to go for the win. I'm sorry, They were trying to go for two, so unlucky to get the win there. But they'll go back. They'll bounce back 1-1, 1-1 to start the season for Baltimore there. Pittsburgh versus Denver. Denver, I'm going to go with Denver here. Pittsburgh did not score a touchdown. I still don't like their offense. And I think this is where they're going to be, this is where I'm not going to say Bo Nix is going to light it up or anything, but I think he's going to do enough. I think Denver wins a close one. But yeah, Denver wins it. Cincinnati versus Kansas City. I'm going to go for Kansas City. No sweat there. I don't like what the Bengals showed us week one. I know it's week one, but it's also the Chiefs. The Chiefs are just going to be the Chiefs. They're amazing. Not much to say there. Chiefs at home and Arrowhead as well, so go lock it in with the Chiefs there. Indy going to Green Bay. This would be a Green Bay win, but given the circumstances, I have to go with Indianapolis. Indianapolis had a good showing against the Texans. Green Bay without Jordan Love. So, yeah, I'm Malik Willis in a year from now is going to be selling cars. So, Indy by a lot, I think. The Packers are a great team, but, man, when you don't have a quarterback that's somewhat competent, you are in the dungeon. The Chargers against the Panthers. Chargers by a million. No need to explain there, for sure. Seattle going to New England. Okay, so this is one where it's like, goddamn, I don't know what to put. I'm going to go with New England. I was wrong. I just barely finished watching the Apple TV documentary, The Dynasty, about the New England Patriots. So that has nothing to do with this iteration of the Patriots, of course. This is a new branded Patriots. This is the Gerard Mayo's Patriots. I'm gonna go with the Patriots here, man. They're at home. They had a shock victory on the road. Maybe not a shock to them, a shock to most of America, I would say. And Seattle, it's going to be a close game. I could see myself getting it wrong here, but I'm going to go for the Patriots. Why not? Then we go Sunday Night Football. Chicago hosting Houston. Chicago going to Houston. I'm going to take the Texans here. Home opener for Houston. The building's going to be packed. They're excited about their team. Chicago, Caleb Williams, first primetime game. He didn't really light the field up last week, and I don't expect him to be lighting it up to that night. So I'm gonna go for the Texans. It should be a good game, a good Sunday night game for sure. They usually are, but yeah, I'm gonna go for Houston there. San Francisco against Minnesota. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I'm really, really tempted to take Minnesota here. I don't know why. I know it's like, oh wow, they beat your Giants. That's not really saying much. I get it. Yeah, I get it. The Giants are butt cheeks. What can you say? They're the worst team in the fucking league. Um, but I don't know. Minnesota's at home. San Francisco, they lost to Minnesota on the road. I think either last season or a year before. I remember watching that game, Monday Night Football. But I'm gonna have to take San Francisco. I don't think I don't. I just don't see San Francisco losing. Especially they looked good against the Jets against that defense. So why would they do that and then lose to Minnesota? But I could definitely see Minnesota pulling it off. But I'm going with the Niners on that. New Orleans versus Dallas. This should be Dallas by a million. Dallas rarely playing a lunchtime kickoff, but they are right this week. And yeah, they're gonna smoke them. It's at home. It's in Dallas. They've done a good job making AT&T Stadium a fortress, and yeah, I see nothing else but a Dallas victory on that. So you can lock it in with Dallas. Sorry, Saints fans, you can't play the Panthers every week. New York Giants versus Washington. Oh man, this is a lot. Washington, the one team where Daniel Jones has a really good record on, but Daniel Jones is just ass. Like even for Daniel Jones standards, he's just horrible. The low standards that Daniel Jones has set for himself, he's still missing it. So I'm going to go for a Washington victory. I think Daniel Jones is going to have fits against. I know the secondary for the Commanders aren't great at all, but I think Dan Quinn's going to cook up a scheme that's just going to have Daniel Jones confused as hell. And our defense, the Giants' defense, which I was going into the season excited to see, made Sam Darnold look like Tom Brady. So I'm if the Giants win 3 games, that's a shocker to me. So I'm going to go Washington. It's going to be, and hopefully this is going to be a game where it's pretty clear Daniel Jones is not the guy, and we start someone else at quarterback, because I think the more that Brian Dable he just keeps doing the same bullshit play calls, starting Daniel Jones. He deserves to get fired. In my opinion, he's gonna get fired anyway. Him and Joe Shane are going to be gone. They lost our best player, and they let him walk to Philly. And they said that we have a better roster now. I don't see it. I don't think I'm ever going to see it. Once Daniel Jones, Joe Shane, and Brian Dable are gone, we can finally do a full reset in New York, which is much needed. But Washington wins. Yes, I'm betting against my own team. But yeah, it is what it is. What do you want me to say on that? They suck. They piss me off. It's just. It's not like It's not like I'm gonna be working during the game. But even if I was at the bar watching this game, it's not like I'm cheering for every Washington touchdown. I picked the Vikings last week to win, and it's not like I was cheering for the Vikings. So don't think it's me saying Oh, I hope the Giants lose, so I'm proven right. I hope I'm wrong on the Giants, but I don't think I am. So we go to Tampa Bay versus Detroit. This was, of course, was the wild card game I think last year, or the divisional game last year. I'm gonna go with Detroit. I like Detroit at home. They proved me wrong last week, so I'm gonna roll with them this week. Um, yeah, the Detroit's gonna be a tough place to go to, and I realize that. Um, and yeah, I just it is gonna be a tough place, hostile environment, and all that. So I'm gonna take the Lions on that one. The Rams versus the Cardinals. So this is where I'm gonna go for the upset. I'm gonna go for the Cardinals home team. They traveled well to Buffalo. The Rams, I expected them to beat the Lions last week. I'm probably being petty for making me look bad. Um, so I'm gonna go with the Cardinals. I was probably gonna change this during the video, but I'm gonna just roll with it. Why not? I'll lock it in with the Cardinals, and of course, Atlanta, Philly, in Philadelphia, Monday Night Football. Philly wins. Kirk Cousins throwing bad interceptions against the Steelers. And Philly with Saquon Barkley at home on good grass, I think is going to just have another great performance. And yeah, the whole Barkley incident, the whole Barkley thing about him going to Philly, I don't hate it. Yeah, he's playing for the fucking Eagles, and that sucks. But I get why it's his hometown team, and I know part of it was to give the middle finger to the New York Giants organization. And I don't blame him, man. We wasted his fucking prime. We're a joke of a franchise. That's it is what it is. It's not like I hate him. I had to sell his jersey because I fucking bought the stupid ass stitched one. That's the stitched jersey. That's $160. I sold it for like fucking $50, I think, on eBay. I just can't be wearing that. There's no hate against Barkley, but I can't be wearing a jersey of a player that now plays for Philly. Like, I'll get scolded. I'll get made fun of at Twin Peaks, and we don't want that. All right, so we had to sell it, but and I even have a dog named Barkley, named after Saquon Barkley. But there's no hate here. No hate here. But I think Philly wins that, and it's not going to be close. I think they're again going to have a good game. But last week I had a 63% hit rate on correct predictions. Hopefully we can increase it, but you never know. The NFL is definitely unpredictable sometimes. And if you were wondering what I'm drinking the Bywater by Sydney Sweeney. This thing's so delicious, and actually good for you. And only 10 bloody calories. And this is not an ad, but definitely when this channel gets, Mr. Beast level, we'll be sponsored by this for sure. This is the first and then we'll get the Twin Peaks sponsorship, and then we'll go from there. But all jokes aside, that's all I have. Those are all the games for week 2. As you can see, there's some exciting matchups. Oh man, I wish one day, honestly, this is more a side hustle, a side hobby for me, because I don't make $1 from this, but I will say the goal is, and through me going to school, is I can fucking get weekends off. Because imagine, because I work a college job, so I'm working weekends and all that, and I'm missing all these games, man. It's just a damn fucking shame. Like, imagine every Sunday I go to Twin Peaks, watch the games all day. That is life, if you ask me. But one day we'll get that. One day we'll get that. But that's all I got. Let me know which game you're most excited about. Which picks I got dead wrong. Like, which picks you think are just really, really bad. I'll probably upload this like Thursday morning. So yeah. So only a few hours before Buffalo and Miami kick off. But let me know what you guys thought. But thanks for watching. Like, share, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one. Costless, tighten out.